to be equal.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And we're going to look at the Penguins, Jalen Waddle. Paces the NFL in receptions.
It's the Falcons to the Ravens, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Well, from a city that normally gets only about 20 inches of snow a year, they're getting a pretty good wallop right now as we're at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gunn alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup, and they know that they are in for a fight here.
And anytime you're dealing with the #1 defense in the league, all through your preparation, you know that yards are going to be tough to come by. But working in their favor, they can run the football. One of the top 5.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the other receiver?
Give them 15 yards to start their
tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And getting this just shy of midfield, a small to the 49. 12 yards to pick it up. Good for a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays. Hell on the move on first down. Here's Watson. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 plays in here. Really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Watson. And the open receiver is Robert Woods. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot. Watson off play action. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by last year's Super Bowl champion QB in his 14th NFL season now out of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 carries, 51 yards.
And only 7 carries in last week's game, and I just don't know how any runner can really get loose and feel like they're into the game with that few carries. You've got to get that number up to around 15.
Stafford's throw complete to Rager. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Stafford. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before this to the 45. So in Raven. Here's Stafford. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA's. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chuck. Touchdown, Falcons! DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, they said that they wanted to... early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Falcons grab it. And some room to work. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Ravens ready to take over. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the most?
Is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're doing. As you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On second down, here's Fournette. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Ross on the return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it will be Falcon football. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. From the 36, Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Like somebody thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. On fourth down, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the as they hold on fourth down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
And they run the option on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st and 10, Watson. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. Watson now to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Watson. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away. And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. Dashing through the snow. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now
now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Stafford now to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop down.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. The final shot before break. Stafford. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jalen Reagor as time expires in the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead on the final play of the half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
A final shot before break. Stafford, and that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready. Number 3. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. This is Reagor with it on the crossing pattern. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Back to the air, Mon. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense coverage, able to knock that one away.
On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently second in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Mon. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. Second down. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watson to give. This is Johnson.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. They home 10 yards. First down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Going for Burton, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a Zord.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Now Watson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts more than 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll try the air now with Watson. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. We're up to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. Back now in Baltimore.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Touchdown! Marquise Brown, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's so line. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That's a decent gain there, but it hasn't been mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake, Mon. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Mon. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Mon. And that one goes incomplete on the drive. That's what he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, Mon. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Johnson. Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And that's caught offside. It's Woods. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To the short side left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Here's Watson. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. To throw, Watson. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Terry McLaurin from 6 yards away. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Watson. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by a field goal. And time, a huge factor. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll look to throw. He's got Rager. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Second and 10. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Fourth down, fourth quarter, here's Mond. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Falcons. Second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Back to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
Could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point gain. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Falcons, it's a big win here as they move to 11.
Yeah,